Woohoo! Here's the problem. My electricity power went out this morning. I have just restarted my computer from a cold, fresh start. I don't know how much of this is working. I do see the little lines going up, which is a good sign. It means that hopefully you can hear me, but I also don't know if I'm signed into Twitch. I assume that I am. Oh, looky there. There's the Brent. Bueno, Brentamente. I am going to do a Powerwash simulator playthrough because Brent happily, helpfully, well, hopefully that is not echoing too bad. But Brent let me know that there is a Halloween map. I'm going to turn my volume down just a bit. That might help. Because some of my settings is not good. Oh my goodness, I'm also freezing. Hence why I'm in my little fur thing. And no, it's not real fur. It's Muppet fur. And they're not an endangered species that I know of. But I am cold. Oh, there's Brent. I am playing the last of my spooky point and click games today. Ooh, Apocalypsis. Ooh. Let me know if it's good. I really do enjoy point and click. I don't enjoy streaming point and click because they can get very, very boring, I think, for the audience. I don't know that. That's just my assumption. But I don't know how long we're gonna go today. I was just having kind of a sad day. Because like I said, my power went out. Which is never fun. Went out for like an hour, I think, because they're doing new construction across the road. And the problem is, when they knock the power out, they also knock the cell towers out. So I can't even like play online and stuff on my phone. So I was just like, these thoughts are too loud for my head, and then boom, it came on. So I was happy. And I just did a little cursory glance through my social medias, and let me do this, and uploaded some of my little clippies. And it looks like, let's see, Brent says, sounds like when the hurricane came through about a month ago. Oh, I remember those days. See, in Texas, the power grid, it may be the largest, and I believe it is the largest in the U.S., but it was like the wind would blow and the lights would go out. No power, no cell, nothing to do. Ah, I hate that. I hate that. Yeah, I don't miss hurricanes. I'm not gonna lie, I don't miss hurricanes. We do get like the rain bands over here. After they kind of dissipate, then they fly over the Atlantic and they hit us over here, which is still like great, but I don't miss hurricanes. But I saw someone. This has happened twice now. Someone's trying to get Kylie. First of all, misspelled. That's okay. Kylie is a man wild. WILDE trending. That's the second time that's happened. I do not care. Like, any news is good news for me. What is it? Oh, I forgot how that saying goes. It's not any news. But anyway, yeah, I don't care what you say. So hey, I don't care. You want to trend me that way? I'm cool. Oh, Brent says in other news, I attained the next rank of Princess Cruise's training last night. Now that is very cool, Brent. And also, I noticed that the other map on Powerwash Simulator, I think, is a cruise ship deck because it's like sun deck on a cruise ship. I don't know what a sun deck is. I assume that it's part of the deck that faces the sun. But I don't know that. But I will say this for people who come and watch my shorts and then come here and see this. Sometimes I don't wear makeup. And sometimes I wear t-shirts like I am right now because I'm cold. It's cold. I'm in a basement. I'm my own free will. It's my basement. Nobody's got me down here. Um, um, yeah, but I don't care. And no, the cat ears aren't because I'm trying to be a cat. The cat ears actually come from my very, very, very favorite bad girl, classic bad girl. Well, there's two of them actually. So there was an old TV series of Batman from the 60s. I think it was only like two years or something like that. And there was the best Catwoman I ever saw when I was a kid. Her name was Julie Newmar. Beautiful Catwoman. If you don't know who that is, look her up. Gorgeous, gorgeous costume, gorgeous presence. Ah, best Catwoman. Second best Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer. I mean, come on. Come on. Best ever. I don't mind the other Catwomen's, but those two are like, I was like, I want to be her. So the cat ears are temporary. They're just because I want to be Catwoman. I have several Catwoman cosplays actually too, which is boring. I'm just kind of filling time while my hands warm up. Um, these will be turned into dragon horns as soon as they hit my follower goal. Brent says sun deck is sometimes used on cruise ships, but it's not very common. It usually means the topmost deck. Oh, okay. So there's no obstructions to block the sun. Carnival used to designate it as adults only topless deck. That's crazy. Oh, that's wild. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna see if this is capturing. And if it is, I will happily talk. Again, this is our Saturday streams, which are talky as much and about anything you want to talk about. I don't figure there's a lot of people around on Saturdays. I don't know. Um, I haven't been watching streams for a very long time, for about 4 months. I have all my stuff turned off. Which I will come out of my little cocoon soon. And get back in with everyone and be all happy and stuff. But for now, we're going to play and talk because that's what this is. It's the talkie stream. After I see if I'm capturing. I am capturing it. Yes. As I always, oh, you know what I didn't do? Actually, let's flip back. Whoop. I forgot to do my intro. I'm really cold. I might actually turn on my heater. Brent says most cruise deck nomenclature is French. Oh, okay. So the Promenade deck, which yeah, and the Lido deck, which I've heard of, have never known what that is. What is the Lido deck? I have heard that phrase many times, and kind of use context clues for a promenade, and stuff. So, howdy, folks. I am your host, S, for the next probably hour. Could be longer. I don't know. Because I don't tend to cap my Friday and Saturday streams because it's not usually people streaming, so I don't really run into overlaps. Which is why I stream the times that I do. I'm freezing so bad. But yes, I want to say a special hello to our VOD watchers and a very special hello to our YouTubers. And thank you for watching this. And come follow us over on Twitch. You can follow us live and talk to my wonderful, fabulous, beautiful chat who are amazing. Like Brent here. Lido deck is the pool deck. Oh. Specifically the main pool if there's multiple. Nowadays, it also has the big screen TV and grab and go restaurants. Okay, so you're telling me you can go swimming, hop out of the swimming pool, because you shouldn't eat before swim, which I think is a like old wives' tale. It's a myth. And then like go to a restaurant and grab like I guess what, a hamburger, a sandwich. See, Brent tells us all these interesting facts about cruises because he's a cruise aficionado. I am scared of cruises. The idea terrifies me, but he keeps telling me about the food. And I keep getting more and more intrigued. Oh my gosh. And yesterday I mentioned that I wanted to go on a Disney cruise. Well, guess what? My freaking Facebook must have heard me because it goes Disney cruises. Here in from Dublin, £2,000 for me. And I don't want to go by myself. £2,000. And that's just getting started. I don't even think that's like everything included. Anyway, back to my nonsense talking, which was thank you so much for joining us. And yes, if you want to join us on our talking streams, chill streams, however you want to call them, you are welcome to come along, talk about anything you want, or lurk. Be very, very happy to lurk. We've got several lurkers. They say hi, bye. You don't even have to say hi, actually. Because I don't even have a way to see who's in chat because I only have one monitor. Uh, but this is to say that the Dragon Cave is is a place for everyone. Everyone is accepted. Everyone's welcome as long as we don't hurt anybody else. I do not care. We don't talk bad about people, and we don't talk. We talk about video game violence. You can talk about video game violence all you want. But outside of that, I don't care. No judgment. Talk about whatever you want. We talked about Sabari the other night. If you don't know what that is, do not Google it. Princess, depending on the ship, yes, there's generally a pizza by the slice restaurant. I wish they had gluten-free pizza. I would do that. Some have a grill with burgers and such. Some also have an ice cream by the scoop place. Oh my gosh, I would be so... Well, I mean, there's like gyms and stuff there, and you can go swimming, but I would eat ice cream every day. In fact, I kind of do eat ice cream every day. I'm in this weird kind of funk for a little bit. It'll pass, don't worry. All I eat is toast in the morning and an ice cream cone, a soy gluten-free ice cream cone at night. And if my trainers find out, they are going to hang me upside down by my little pinky toe and say, what is wrong with you? But I think we're going to get started now, even though I am so cold. I'm going to turn my heater on. Brent, let me know if this makes the sound worse, because I don't want to do that. I had to redo all my settings, but I am legitimately cold. Oh, great. Oh, no, there it goes. I forgot it has a thermostat. I have a little space heater, and it's got a thermostat. That's just weird to me, but I mean, I'm glad, because it doesn't let it get too hot. Okay. Enough talking. Let's start washing. Well, I say enough talking. No, this is... You go ahead. It's a chatting stream, and yes, that's what this is all about. And I'm going to switch to the gaming window. Brent says, on my last Princess cruise, I went by the ice cream place every day to try the flavor of the day. Never mind that it was an Alaska cruise. I do not blame you there. I do not at all. Let me double check and make sure that we're good. We good. Let's see, do this. But I do love ice cream. I just do. Although I've said this before, I love UK ice cream more than I love anything else. And I was in Italy and I tried the gelato because I was like, oh, I love gelato. I didn't like it. It's too sweet. Far too sweet. Which just seems sacrilegious. Superpower Wash Services, you made it. Phew! I'm due to host this year's Halloween party, and my castle's been hit by a muck spell. Oh my goodness. You see, there's a bit of a rift growing in the witch community. Whilst most of us have embraced a new take on Halloween, more color, vibrancy, and celebration, some, like the Sour Sisters, are still a little bit more stuck in their ways. They'd rather we morosely moseyed around the woods, picked up a few noxious herbs, flung them in a cauldron with some random offcuts, and passed the night away, pulling scary faces at each other. Don't know about you, but that's the last thing I need right now. So I just finished decking out the place for a festival of fun when the Sour Sisters' muck spell struck. Shameless sabotage. But the only way to deal with negative energy is to blast it with yet more positive positive energy. In this particular case, a whole lot of water. Okay, I'm going to read that last line again for myself, because I'm a dork, and I actually do believe this and probably need to hear it. The only way to deal with negative energy is to blast it with yet more positive energy, and in this particular case, a whole lot of water. So please spray away so I can get this party started. This sounds like a witch up my alley, which probably has sexual connotations, so I did not mean. Let's see. Brent says, on the MSC Maravigilia, I would go by the pizza place every day for midnight pizza. Oh, that's awesome. And usually got the pizza of the day. I like that. Brent says, I holy lot of water. Yes, they should have went with that. Oh, goodness. I don't know how long this one's going to take. We shall see. I'm not hearing any sounds from this. I may have to. Oh, nope, there it goes. Fashionista. Equip a new outfit, gloves, and washer modification at the same time. I do love Powerwash Simulator. I just do. I like the updates they've done. Wait. Oh, no, that's what I wanted. Wow, the updates are really nice, actually. But I've forgotten how to. I've forgotten the yeah, how we do stuff here. How do we do stuff? Give me the things. Is it options? Let's look. Not mouse, controller. Yes, I do want that, but I need to know controls. I just have not played Powerwash Simulator in forever. I want the one where it just keeps going the whole time. Oh, what? Toggle washer. Oh, no way. Okay, so I don't see it. Which is fine. That's okay. That's okay. Let's see. It's a brand new level. Nobody knows how long it takes. That's a good. Now that is a very good point, actually, Brent. I am impressed by the amount of free DLC the game continues to release. See, it's funny you say that because they release so much free DLC. I have a tendency to buy more stuff. Does that make sense? Probably not, but it is true. Okay, so that's nope. There it is. Okay. But I need the correct one, which is that one. Whee! Aw, yeah. That's not very loud, is it? I'm gonna turn that up so you guys can hear it. Cause see, when it's for me and myself, it's a little too loud. But you guys should get to hear it, is what I think. Okay. Wait, why is that, like, wait. Is that, okay, I definitely want that. I want Shrek, I do. But that looks like a Taco Bell thing. I'm like, wait, is Taco Bell gonna show up at some point? There we go. Okay, now you can have this lovely sound. Let me know if it's too loud though. Brent says, a lot of the free DLC is samples of the paid DLC, so I imagine it's by design. The free samples always get you. It's true. I am a sucker for that. That is a faux show, as they say. When I was younger and not so financially solvent, I couldn't buy things, and so sometimes I would sell the seeds, the 7 Cs for certain things, because sometimes that's what you do. But now that I'm older and I have more money, sometimes I will pay lots of money to make up for the sins of my youth. Ah. But I definitely, like, I've got to install the Hitman DLC. I never did that. I keep forgetting to install stuff. Oh, look at the little cat with its wings. Oh, he's adorable. Totes Dorbs. I love the little demon cats. doing good. Whoa. It's funny. So Halloween, as far as I understand, bearing in mind I was raised in what is essentially could be considered cultish by some people's standards. Protestant on the scale of things. Um, and I've forgotten the rest of everything because I'm old now. What is it called? I don't remember. It's a very, very missionary Baptist. Yes, very, very strict. Very strict upbringing. Everything is evil. Nothing is good. All forms of pleasure is just bad. So, having said that, we didn't celebrate Halloween, or if we did it really sneaky. So we had these books, which the internet has become familiar with over the years, but they were a way of life, called the Chick Tracks. They were by Jack Chick, and he did comic books, which I loved even before I knew what a comic book was, apparently, and small little things. Anyway, so in it, he wrote about the horrors of Halloween, the true horror of Halloween, and it was, it was religious fundamentalism, dogmatic approaches, but it had like the historical beginnings, supposed beginnings of Halloween being, what is it? Oh, I'm gonna pronounce it wrong. I think it's like Samhain. I think that's how you say it. Probably. Anyway, supposedly it started here in Ireland. Now, why am I bringing that up? Halloween's not a big deal here. And it was only recently, because of American TV shows, started to actually become a celebrated holiday. I will say this, now that I'm older, I've never met anyone who's doesn't like Halloween. Everyone loves Halloween. It's like their favorite holiday, which is always interesting to me. Just as a weird contrast from the way I was raised. Let's see. Yeah, see, Brent says, I'm going to start getting rent money next month. I don't know how to handle it. Yes, exactly. I already present a bunch of the money. I may start eating out twice a week instead of once. I may even start buying games at full price instead of waiting for a sale. I'll tell you this much. I am still a cheapskate. As I've gotten older and more secure in my financial standings, I've actually become more and more of a cheap skate. It got to the point where I was saving everything. And then I was like, saving is good and you should save. I will always say that. But there comes a point where you're saving money and you are not enjoying life. At that point, what's the point? I mean, yes, I've said it before on our talking streams, I get that financial security takes a huge pressure off your shoulders, a huge weight off of life in general. But then at some point, you need to enjoy your life and live it and not feel guilty for doing that. So that's more of my advice for people out there, that life is made to be enjoyed. Sometimes I forget that too. In fact, I forget that a lot and stuff. But just like with everything, you can always go too much. You just do too much. Saving too much. I know like a million people just went, what? Yeah, you can. You know what? We aren't guaranteed. We don't know how long we're going to live. I mean, I do want to go to Disney World, you know? I want to go to Japan. I just, oh, that's not what I meant to do. Oh no, I hit the wrong button. I want to go to Japan, and I need to just do that. You know? Oh, that's what did it. Okay. No, we don't want that. All right, that's fine. Whee! So, but at the same time, I was reading one of those. They're kind of silly. I don't know how much I believe they're real, but it's called "Am I the Asshole?" Which is a Reddit thing, which has actually become more mainstream now, which is again interesting. Okay, cool. Uh, and this one was about, oh, my sister is a free spirit, and her husband and their two kids, minor children, like, I mean, of course they are, but I mean like 5 and 7. They sold their house and they went on a trip around the world for like 2 years or something like that. Now they're all out of money and they want to move in with me, and I don't want to do that because that's not fair, and I like my house the way it is, and I like my life the way it is. Apparently, the parents are calling them selfish, and everybody's calling them selfish. They are not being selfish, if that's even a real story. And yes, I'm very skeptical of everything, especially everything on the internet, especially everything on Reddit. But no, they're not being selfish. You don't have to make up for other people's failings in life. I don't care if they're related to you or not. I sometimes complain about not having family and all that good stuff. But then I think maybe it's good I don't have family because, like, I don't feel sorry for them and I wouldn't want to rescue them out of their own plight. Put it that way. Brent says, that's why I make sure to eat out once a week. Pre-order one new game. Yeah, exactly. A year, and go on a cruise once a year. Even with my limited income, it gives me things to look forward to. It gives me hope. Exactly. That is the key word right there. Brent just said it. It gives me hope. That. And, like, that's the thing. You can have all the money in the world. I literally mean that. You can have all the money in the world. You can have the love of your life. You can have the family that loves you and all this good stuff. And if you literally have no hope, no, you got nothing. You got nothing to look forward to. I don't know. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Been through way too much in my life where I had to have hope or I would not have made it through. And a lot of people do not like positive people. We're very annoying. I don't know why. Which is probably one reason I do avoid people. But very positive people are annoying to the average person. And I hate that. Because I feel like if you could just have hope that the situation you're in is going to get better. No, I don't know how to make it get better. I don't know how, to fix whatever. But as long as you feel like it's going to get better, I just think it's going to get better. Which is probably dumb, but it helps. It's probably like placebo or whatever. Brent says, yeah, I have become more distant from my family. I never had a good relationship with my dad or stepdad, but my mom and sister have said things recently that have pushed us apart. See, that is so tough. Again, I didn't really have. I had family in the sense that we're related. Does that make sense? But not family as most people know it. There's no, like, I don't even know what normal people do, normal families. No birthday parties, no, like, graduation, even coming to your graduation, that kind of stuff. And the amount of just constant, like, trouble, everyone had to be constantly, siding with this group or siding against the other ones and blah, blah, blah. I was just like, I'm done. I'm moving to the UK. Bye. So I just get that. My mom threatened to cancel the cruise due to my leg pain. I asked if she wants me to move home and be homebound the rest of my life. She said, no, not like that, but never clarified. Is she like maybe highly empathetic? Like, can pick up on pain real easily? Because I have found, and this is going to sound very, very like self-centered. Fine, maybe it is. I am highly, highly empathetic, as we've talked about before. I have someone that I take care of, and he is in an incredible amount of pain. Now, he is homebound. He can't travel anywhere. But before he became homebound, if I, took him over to his parents' house or something like that, he would be in incredible pain, and I would keep it to myself, obviously, because I'm not going to be a dick and ruin somebody's experience. But I would be in massive pain just because I could feel his pain. And I would be anxious the entire time. Like, okay, do you need, pain meds? Are you okay? Do you need this? How about, we sweet, all that kind of stuff. And it became like not enjoyable and stuff. My sister wanted to celebrate Christmas with our dad away from the family because we are uncomfortable with them. We thought he would like to go to Vegas, but she said we couldn't because of my leg. Now she says I ruined her Christmas. See, now, I am not going to make judgments. I'm not going to say anything against anyone. I'm going to talk about my own family. Take that. Take from that what you will. There are people in this world. I was related to many of them who need to be a victim constantly. I don't play well with those. But even if you think like some people who are like that, they have to be a victim all the time. They didn't get a lot of love growing up, or they felt like they didn't get a lot of love. Because some people, they're like a bottomless cup. You can pour and pour and pour love into them, and it's not enough. So they're the ones that are usually like really, really into drama or really, really draining and just constant victimizing and stuff like that. And when I was younger, I was just like, it's my family. I have to do the honorable thing and, stand by them and help them and blah, blah, feel sorry for them and solve their problems and come in and rescue them. I'm bad about rescuing people. And then I got to be an adult and I said, nah, I'm done now. No, you're all older than me and you've been a victim my entire life. I'm done. So I totally get that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, see, sometimes I'm like really, really sad because I want to know like all that family stuff that's like on TV and stuff. Like I know he's like horrible now, but when I was a kid, the Cosby Show was huge to me, and I was like, oh, that's what I want. I want a mom and dad like that, and family like that. And then as I got older, I was like, ooh, I want to get married and have a life like that, and all this kind of stuff. And it didn't work out, but I always I just really, really liked on that show how they presented like family was so important. And I like that. I think that's very cool. I think that's very cool. And I really, what I really hope more than anything is that my experience is the rare one. And the loving family and stuff like that is the majority. That would make me very happy. And that again is hope. That again is that hope that we come back to. I just hope that things are good. Let's see. And Brent says, I don't know. My mom seems empathetic to animals, but not to me. I've heard that can happen too. On our cruise, when I was having hip pain, she always wanted to take pictures of me as soon as I sat down when I was in the most pain. Oh my gosh, that my mom would do something similar to that. I asked her to wait a few minutes, but she never did. And now with the new pain, she will want me to see something or do something as soon as I sit. I have to tell her it's not important and I can do it later. I tried to explain that I needed to rest, but she never understood. That actually does. Obviously, I'm not gonna speak for anyone else, but that does kind of sound like the opposite of empathy. which is my lovely family relations are. They don't have empathy. What? Other people exist in the world? No, they don't. No, only me and my experience. Oh, goodness. Um, yeah, that it is strange to me how that can happen. Uh, but, takes all kinds, as they say. Oh, goodness. I'm listening to Brent, I'm reading Brent. I guess I'm listening in my head to Brent. And I'm just sitting here thinking, I I'm kind of glad I don't have a family right now. It was so terrible. It was. And I know this is public record. And I'm sorry. It was. That's why I moved. That's why I'm not. That and I got called a demon. That's never fun. Shouldn't call people demons and say that their sin is, you know, going to rub off on you and you're going to be covered in demons. That's weird stuff, man. I know we're talking about Halloween. That's weird stuff. Don't tell people that. Keep it on your inside voice. Does this say Halloween? I bet it does. I didn't even look at the letters. It says happy! It says happy! And then it's going to say Halloween over here. I love it. I do still hope. Like, I am very old. I say this every time because people do not believe me. But I am. I'm very old. I don't have as much time as I would like and stuff, but I do hope that before the end comes, I do get my chance. I would like to. I would definitely like to. I would like to have a Halloween party with stupid, dumb apples and stupid, dumb, little crafty, like, there's so many cute freaking hors d'oeuvres, I guess. Canopies. Um, canops, as I called them as a kid. Um, they're so cute. Like, they're mummies and witches and stuff, and they're made out of hot dogs and all kinds of cute stuff. I want to do that. It'd be so much fun. I don't want to have Christmas parties. I am having a Thanksgiving. I don't have as many people this year to invite. Which is fine. That's okay. But that's going to be fun. I'm not giving up Thanksgiving. Even if it ends up just being me and a turkey. If it's me and a turkey, we're going to still have Thanksgiving in Ireland. I still think this first year I was here. Well, not the first year, but first established year where I was like in a place and new people and blah, blah, blah. I was like, hey guys, it's summertime. You should come over for a barbecue. And they're like, okay, blah, blah, blah. They showed up and I had all the works out. It was a nice little summer barbecue. And then one of them clocked to it and went, Kylie? I was like, yes. They're like, it's the 4th of July, isn't it? I said, yes, it is. She goes, did you just invite us to an Independence Day party? And I was like, yes, I did. Me and my American ways over in Ireland celebrating Independence Day. It was so much fun. Britt says, I am worried that my pain is no longer affecting just me, but now there's a study on that, and we'll talk about it here in a second. My family pushed back, like mentioned, but when I went to the Hatch Chili Fest, my friends brought me everything, so I didn't have to be on my feet or lose one of the few seats. It seems odd that they would be more accommodating than my own family. Now, a lot of people do talk about that people are more friendly to strangers and friends outside the home than they are their own family. There's whole lessons on that and stuff like that. Now, that is not something I can relate to because I have a tendency, as is probably evident right now, I just am me all the time. So I treat everybody the same. That's just how that goes. But there is this whole like psychological study on why people do that. And I find that very interesting. I don't really understand the cause of it, you know, especially if you have empathy. You should have empathy for everyone, also for animals, um, and stuff like that. Um, so it's a very interesting thing. But I don't care if I'm related or friends or whatever, strangers, all of them. If I know someone, if I can tell, and usually I can pick up on it quite well. Either physical or emotional pain, I am like doing everything I can to make sure they are okay. Like, you know, are they comfortable? Oh my goodness, yeah. Whereas 1 year, like I said, the person that I take care of, I took them over to their parents for Christmas. Well, their granny was there as well, and this was towards the end of her existence. Um, and she was in incredible pain, and he was in incredible pain. I was up and down, up and down, up and down. Like, oh, are you okay? Do you need? Are you warm enough? Do you need this? Do you need that? It's very difficult for me to understand people who don't do that. Although I know at the same time, it's very difficult for them to turn around and say and think the same thing. Like, oh, well, how do you know, feel all that for other people? Like, I don't ever feel that. I will tell you this. I was thinking this the other day. Um, uh, I've had 3 people in the last 3 years, and some of them are still in my life and some of them are not, who have told me, Kylie, I am actually, people tell me I'm very self centered. I'm very selfish. And I look at them and I'm like, what? Thinking, no, they're not. Or whatever. And then, of course, as you get to know them, you start to see what they mean. It's not like they're not rude and they're not dicks. It's just kind of me first attitude, which is fine. Again, different strokes for different folks. But I did start to notice that a large majority of the people in my life are like that. And so either most humans are like that or I just attract that sort of person. So now I'm just like, well, that's what everybody says. I've said everybody tells me that, so you aren't telling me anything odd or weird and stuff. And then, so as Brent said, I'm worried that my pain is no longer affecting just me, but now those around me. So that's another thing we'll talk about. We'll talk about chronic pain. Chronic pain is something so pervasive. This can be, I would say this could also apply to emotional pain. People who suffer from possibly like depression or something like that. I'm making a huge assumption here, but I know this other part for real. Chronic pain changes the brain because you are constantly in survival mode. You become focused on the pain because obviously that is all you can focus on. Again, I know this from firsthand experience. And it actually literally changes the brain. When a person gets rid of their chronic pain, if they can, and that is not always possible, their brain will go back to the way that it was. And you completely, like, your whole personality changes and stuff like that. So I always try my best, and I do ask that other people do this as well, to have compassion for people who are in great amounts of pain. They are not themselves. They're not themselves. That is not an excuse to put up with like dickish behavior. Don't do that. But I think if you know a person, you know them well enough that they're not being who they want to be. They're having to be in survival mode. So I say that to say, have compassion. Just have freaking compassion. I know it sucks, that you have to be around people. All they do, that's usually what I hear. All they do is talk about how much they hurt. All they do is they talk about this. They talk about their doctor's report. They talk about, yes. Yes, they do. That is literally their life. They're in pain. And then sometimes it can get pretty bad. Again, people I have been related to in the past, um, they, look to substances to help with that pain, and that too changes them. And again, have compassion, just don't lose yourself in it. Don't ever allow yourself to be abused if you can help it. Um, but at the same time, they don't want to be this way. They don't want it. I remember this person in my past saying, I don't want to be like this, Kylie. I don't want to be like this. I sat with them one night when they were detoxing. One night, no, it was 3 nights. And they, that was the roughest, one of the roughest things. I've seen a lot of rough stuff. I'm old. That was rough. Talk about hope. I had to just keep talking very, very gently and being like, it's okay. You're going to get through this. You're going to get past this. It's just a stage. This is a stage. We knew this was going to happen. They were a medical professional as well. So I could appeal to the intellect. I was like, this is, we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it together, blah, blah, blah. Oof, that was rough. But the point is, I could see that this person did not want to be in pain nor a slave to the substances. So, compassion. Brent says, my problem now is nothing helps. See? It hurts even when sitting. No pain meds helps, and I'm rarely comfortable. Yeah, that's one thing that I learned at the pain clinic. I actually I actually suffer from a autoimmune disease. Now, I've had lots of surgeries to correct it, and I am handled. That's not the word. I forget what it is. I don't know what I forgot what it's called. Where it's like, it's not in remission, but you're treating it. It's fine. It's fine. And the pain clinic guy, who was amazing, you could tell I was very, very curious. He told me that pain is in 2 forms. I think it's 2 forms, 2 or 3. But the thing that stood out is there is nerve pain, which is incredibly, I think he said that one was the incredibly hard to treat one, because that's the one I have, because it affects the nerves that are closest to the skin. That's the pain where you cannot treat the pain itself. You you can pretty much stay high all the time. You'll still feel the pain, but you won't care. But you also won't have a life. And I told, stop doing that. And I told him that is not what I wanted. I didn't want that, So he said the other pain is, and that's a sharp, pointy pain. And there's an internal pain that is a dull, throbbing pain. I think that was the musculoskeletal pain. And he said that's a bit easier to treat. Still not, now, when you say easier to treat, that's not like, Yep. See, yep. Brent says we've narrowed it down to nerve pain. I'm not surprised one bit, because basically, as you described it, is how it was described to me by the guy, the guy, medical professional. I just can't remember his title. So disrespectful of my part. But yeah, so the other one, it's more treatable. It's still pain, but you can usually cure it, as in there's a cause of it, a broken bone, a slip disc in the back, something like that. Although, having said that, slip disc in the back can also be nerve pain. Don't misunderstand that. Stuff like that. And he said, very interestingly enough, that some cases, pain can actually be treated, not a joke, with antidepressants. And he's like, no, you're not taking it for depression. You're not taking it for the, what is it? I think it's called on-label or whatever, because this is an off-label use. And it's only a certain kind of antidepressants, and I couldn't tell you. Could not tell you what kind. I know there's different kinds, but I don't know them well enough. But yeah, it actually takes the pain away. I thought that was crazy. It probably has something to do with the serotonin receptors and stuff like that. Again, that's me being theorizing out loud. I don't have any proof of that being the thing. But yeah, I always found that fascinating. And stuff. And then there's just people like me who are just stubborn and we just go, oh, I'm hurting. Who cares? Whatever. Like, I've said many times, I'm a celiac. I can't say it. Can't pronounce it, but that's what I am. And if I am out with friends and out maybe like on a vacation or something like that, and I don't want to ruin everybody's good time, and I know I've accidentally got a hold of some wheat, gluten specifically, I'm just like, no, this is great. I'm having so much fun. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this hurts so bad. Ah! And then my friends are like, why didn't you tell me? Because I don't want to ruin everybody's good time. We was all having fun. The vibe was good. Do a vibe check. I am prescribed gabapentin. I've heard of that, which is an epilepsy drug. I probably heard that one. House. I really love House. Is it odd how the imminent arrival of visitors seems to add a thick layer of dirt to every surface? That is true. If you know company's coming, suddenly your house is filthy. I'm sure the bedroom looked fine yesterday. We haven't even gone in your house yet, lady. I hope we aren't going in your house. Because this is Powerwash Simulator. I'm not going to power wash your bedroom. Although, now that I think of it, I'm not sure I've ever cleaned it. I just move from room to room when the one I'm in gets a bit much. Ooh. Then we would not get along as roomies. Anyway, getting there now. Oh, I like clean things. I like things to be clean. And I even like it if they're in some kind of order. I have to be careful because I get a little bit cray cray, but I do like things in like, not necessarily alphabetical order. No, not always alphabetical order. Sometimes it can be completely different. Like my comic books are not in numerical order. They're in like chronological order of the stories, the arcs and stuff like that. Because for a while there, Marvel was doing this series called Flashback, which were, I want to say that was late 90s. But they're doing stories that were set in the 60s to 70s. I think Deadpool was even like the 80s, I'm thinking. And so they're at the front of my comic book boxes because chronologically they take place first. And that really upsets a lot of people that I do it like that. But it's just like, that makes sense to me. I think it's because I don't collect comic books just to have comic books. I collect them to read them. Whereas they collect them, because they're works of art and all that kind of stuff. People have different reasons for doing things. And stuff. Like, I probably would not keep my spices in alphabetical order as much as I do like the thought of it. I would probably group them together with like the basil and oregano and stuff, Italian seasoning type thing. I think that's basically how I have them right now. But I remember when I was working in the newspaper a long time ago. Some people weren't even born yet. That's crazy. Someone stopped me because I worked in the art department. And she was like, Kylie, I just know if I went to your house right now and opened your pantry, everything would have a label and be in alphabetical order. I was like, what gives you that impression? This was before Powerwash Simulator was a thing. So nobody knew my secrets. Because even like this, so what I'm doing is I'm cleaning everything in the reachable areas. Reachable as in just with me and my gun. And then I will come back through and go top down on the scaffolding. Some people don't like that. They hate that. They're like, what? No, you should just clean from the top down anyway. And I'm just like, that seems like an extra step to me. It's actually not. I guess it's just the same thing in reverse. That's true. Let's see. Brent says, my mom gets on to me for organizing my cupboard by expiration date. That's actually probably the more practical. Because, there's practical versus efficient. I tend to go for efficient, but that is not always practical. People are going, what? It's true, though. And I actually kind of like that now that you've said that. Brent, I have to think on that one. Because right now, mine is organized with like dry goods, like your pastas and your rice, to cans, which are also subdivided, of course, into cans that are ingredients versus cans that are their own thing. Boxes, same thing. Although I don't have that many boxes, because I cook from fresh. That's only because I live in Ireland and you can do that. I'm really not bragging. That's just because of ease. It's really great. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's pretty freaking cool. Yeah, look at us. Look at us being efficient, cleaning stuff. I'm actually getting warm now. Whee! Let's see. Oh, wow, we're only at an hour now. I have a feeling now, I could be wrong, and I often am. This map might not be very big after all, which is fine. I think that's great. I like the idea. I think DLC, especially free DLC, that's really what I'm talking about, free DLC, needs to be a balance of content, yes, but not tedious, monotonous filler. That's what I'm looking at, filler. Don't do that. If, I mean, we're 35% cleaned. Okay, so I could be wrong. Well, we'll see. We'll see. If we were 50%, well, we're getting the big stuff first. And even then, I'm not getting these little pieces, so they're not counting as percentages. As I'm being my very nerdy self here. See, a lot of people watching the shorts think that I am dumb as a doorknob. You know what? I am. Let's go with that illusion. But I'm also a huge nerd, and I get very boring. Very boring. Brent says, she also gets on to me for pre-sorting groceries as I put them on the conveyor. I do that too. Frozen stuff together, refrigerated stuff together, canned boxes, bags, etc., all sorted. Yes, I do not understand people who do not do that. I try to, but I don't. And people who, like, okay, so when I was a teenager, I was a checkout girl, checker person. I don't know. Did we have it? I think checker was what we were called. And I would look at people and they would just, there was no order to it. None. And I had to sit there and, like, run their groceries over the belt, the scanner, I mean. And I'm thinking, this is the least efficient way, lady, because usually ladies. Men didn't really shop a lot in those days. I think it's different now, but this is not efficient. And then I would try and sort it for, because in America, what people don't know in America is, except for like European stores that are being opened over in America, uh, we have bag boys. Again, I don't know what they're called now. Sackers, maybe? Um, and they put your groceries in bags for you. It's not like over here where you have to do it yourself. So I would try and arrange it for them. Because, like, my goal was to have people in and out of my line at peak efficient time. I was a nerd even back then, and yes, I won several awards. Thank you. It's so dumb. Ah, so dumb to be motivated by such stupid things. It still works on me at the gym. People be like, I say people, I'm talking about trainers. Oh, if you do this, you really, really, fit people will do this, but like, safe, not like if you jump off the Raptors and land in a split, you're really fit. No, nothing like that. I'm talking about like if you can do these sit-ups. And I'm such an idiot. I'm just like, yeah, rah, I'm the greatest. Your water wand certainly seems more capable than my hazel broom. What is a hazel broom? These rooms are quite heavy going. Oh, so you're cleaning the inside while I'm cleaning the outside. Now that's cool and sweet. Aw, I like that. Better together. I've got my familiar, Phileas Frog, to squirt the walls as I go to loosen the clag, but even so, Phileas Frog, isn't that Phineas Fogg? Isn't that Wizard of Oz? Where is that from? Is it? I can't remember. That's not a Halloween thing, though, so it can't be that. Phineas Fogg. I have no idea. It's in my memory banks. I just don't know. Um, I am really getting very warm. Whee! I probably should have said that this was the Halloween map, but I think people can pick that up from my insanity in the title. Also, I'm kind of getting bored. So, okay, good. We're nearing 50%, which is good. That usually means all that's left is like little details and crap. I mean, and obviously cleaning from the top down. It's so funny because back in the day, this is more personal for people who know anything about rapid reviews. Um, when we'd be like editing or prepping for the next week's show, uh, me, Pete, and Kieran would be Pete and Kieran would be on the phone or on the Discord Skype call. I don't remember. I think it's Discord. Um, we'd all three be on there, but I would be playing Powerwash Simulator or House Flipper and letting them just like plan out the whole show. Be like, yeah, Kylie, what do you think about it? I think it's great. I think both of you are amazing, and this is going to be a great episode that I don't even know what it's about. That was fun. Those were fun times. Let's see. I pay the big bucks to shop at Publix because of the service. Butchers and, ooh, nice. Fishmongers on hand to answer questions and find the best product for you. Not many self-checkouts. Each lane has a cashier and bagger who will pack your car for you if you want. Now, see, I like that. That's customer service. That is one thing, like, I joke a lot about the stuff I've left behind in America. There is no one, and I mean this, no one who can beat the US on customer service. I don't know every human on the planet. I don't know. I've not visited every country because that's usually what I get. I'll get some messages going, "Oh, have you visited every country?" And I was like, "Well, no. Why are you being a dick?" I actually said that. What did I say? I said something like, I'm a citizen of the world. And I got a message of someone going, "Oh, and what countries have you been to?" And I was like, the US, Canada, Italy, the UK. Now I've been to Amsterdam. I mean, Netherlands. And they were like, "Yeah, that's not a citizen of the world. Thank you." I was like, "Okay, but I was just making online conversation. It's okay." Um, so I'm saying based on my experience, yes, fine, limited experience. No one can beat the U.S. in customer service. And I will take those words back if I do get to go to Japan and they're amazing. I'm just saying, my limited experience. Oh my gosh. This is taking forever. I don't usually do full entire maps because of the whole ADHD thing. I normally get to about halfway through and save. Let's have a look. Let's have a little looky soo. Looky soo. Let's see. Let's see. Brent says, "Did you know that only 10% of podcasts make it beyond 10 to 20 episodes? That's crazy." Um, we're now at like 200 and something. I don't remember. I'll know tomorrow. Especially in the South, Southern hospitality is alive and well. Yes, it is. Again, obviously, I've got problems with my childhood growing up in the South, especially rural East Texas. But you cannot beat the hospitality. Um, they call it crack here. It's so funny, but that is what it's called. It's called crack. Um, the good vibes, the good times. Let the good times roll, as they said where I'm from, because we were right by Louisiana. Specifically, New Orleans wasn't too far from us. Which is why I miss Boudin, by the way. Um, yeah. Nope. I like that. And then, yes, I know, like, people do talk about the South does have, American South does have its issues. It absolutely freaking does. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I saw terrible things that really messed me up. People's hatred to other people for the most vapid of reasons. And superficial, shallow reasons that they hide behind religion. Um, but there's also the whole element of it is good to be nice to people. That is why I specifically really enjoy where I'm at now. Brent says, if there's about 200 countries in the world, so I would say you need to visit 20 to be a citizen of the world. I'll be close to, oh yeah, you will, won't you? I will be close to that after my next cruise. I'm currently at 8 countries visited, but I will visit 5 more if you count USVI on the next cruise. Yes! Now that is a way to get one of those, those like maps where you scratch the countries off that you visited. If I ever start sailing the actual seven seas, I might do that. Okay, I'm sweating to death. I may actually wrap this up. Wrap it up. But this has been a fun, chill talking stream. Those seem to be like, I don't know why, but these streams seem to be doing really well over onto YouTube's. So we might do them one a month. Which when I finally get 50 followers and I'm a Twitch affiliate, we'll change that to community stream because that's been the kind of plan to do. And we'll do that. Maybe we'll do a co-op Powerwash thingy. I'm so intelligent and smart, but I am weirdly. Oh no! Why is that frozen? There it goes. Okay, I was worried. I was like, why did it freeze? But I'm weirdly now I'm like way warm. I was freezing. and my heater is not on. I don't know. Brent says, I'm eyeing a cruise for next year that would add 2 to 3 more countries. That would put me at about 15 countries visited. Well, that is very cool. That alone could be reason enough for me to start cruising. I was going to say start sailing. I'm sailing away. Why is poop over here? Oh. I forgot what I was going to say. I'm sweating. I actually might be a little bit hungry. But I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the Halloween map. I may finish it. We'll see. Tomorrow is Rapid Reviews. Twitch.tv/Rapid Reviews. 7 p.m.-ish UK time. Used to back in the day, it was me that was always late. And then now Pete is late. But it's not his fault. He's got other things he does on Sundays. Family stuff. Ha! Very good. Brent says, let me know if you want to look into it. I can get you a good deal. I will keep that in mind. I don't know what tomorrow's Rapid Reviews episode's about. I should know, but I don't. But that's partly because, Pete's shindig is also next week. And I am a little bit obsessing on that. 'Cause there's a lot of stuff I gotta do. Like, I need to go buy an outfit, first of all. So I'll be back definitely Monday. I'm probably going to stream Tuesday and Wednesday. So it'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If I'm packed and ready. Which it's me. That could go either way. I will stream Thursday as well, but I will not be here for Friday or Saturday or on Rapid Reviews Sunday. Now that is not that's coming up. That's next 7 days from now. Since I can't seem to get that sorted at all. Whether it's next or 2 weeks or Sunday week or whatever. Yeah, probably. Brent says more layoffs. Probably. Yeah, probably. Crazy. And the thing is, someone told me this week, they were like, hey, Kylie. I was like, what? They're like, I didn't know that all the people over at Humble Games got laid off. I was like, oh, yeah, we talked about that. And he was like, that seems like it should be a much, much bigger story than it is. And I was like, well, I think like that was a month ago, and I think we did a little brief, whatever. And he was like, I can't believe it. I'm actually shocked. Blah blah blah. Brent says I'll be out of town for that weekend as well. Well, there you go. See, 50% of our audience wouldn't even be there. I should say Twitch audience. It's a podcast for those who don't know. Yes, you can find Rap Reviews on any of your favorite podcast places. It does really well as a podcast. But we also live stream it on Twitch. We do a pre-show and a post-show to which the audience can participate. You can participate during the podcast as well, but it gets silly before and after. By the way, I recommend a YouTube show called actually. Oh, is it people who like do facts and stuff? Like actually, let me tell you the truth to that. I think you would like it. I if it's what I'm thinking it is, I bet I would. I like that kind of stuff. If it talks about brain stuff, I like it. But I think me and my cat ears is done for the day. I'm gonna go watch Dexter and not drink alcohol because that's tomorrow. That's on tomorrow's show. And I think that's gonna be me it done. Me it done. Yes. Brent says, "Yep, specifically about nerdy stuff. Yes, love nerdy stuff. I like how things work. Like that show that's called How It's Made, and then like there's How Stuff Works, all that kind of stuff. I love that. I just sit there and go, like, what? I can't believe I'm still doing that. I need to close out this show, but like way back. Again, I'm very old. Way back when I was a kid, there's a show called Mr. Rogers. I think it's called Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. This is before How It's Made and How Stuff Works got showed on TV. And he would go visit factories, and they would show how like crayons were made or books were made and blah blah blah. And I would just be like, And then we found out I had Asperger's. I can't believe it. I'm so shocked. D&D, sci-fi, fantasy books, comics, and video games. That just sounds like my bedroom. Ah, okay, I'm done now. Uh, I didn't dress up or put makeup on. I don't care. I don't care. Anyway, check me out over on YouTube, and if you're on YouTube, come check me out over here on Twitch. You guys are amazing. Keep watching and liking and unliking if you want to. I don't care. Like, it really doesn't bother me. Like, if you're having a bad day and you're like, I just really want to take a crap on somebody. Well, don't actually take a crap on me because it's disgusting. But if you have to go like hate watch something, I'm literally, it's fine. It doesn't bother me. As long as you're watching, as long as it brings you joy, I do not care. And I say this every time, and I mean it every time. You could spend your time with anyone out in the world. Absolutely. Especially now because it's like Halloween party season. And I didn't go to my Halloween party yesterday, which I probably should have. I think people were mad at me, but it happens. Uh, but the fact that you choose to spend any time with me means the world to me. That's not a joke. I'm a very lonely person. But thank you so much. And hopefully, if you're watching the VOD of this, or even the live one, hi, Britt, you'll see me tomorrow, 7 p.m. to Sunday, 7 p.m., twitch.tv/rapid reviews. Come watch us. It's great. It's fun. Wonderful chat. Lot of just info, gaming news, game industry news is what it is. It's industry news. And if not, I will definitely see you on Monday at 7 p.m. We're gonna try Silent Hill again. Silent Hill Homecoming. It's such a cool looking game. I don't think I've played it. I'm fairly certain I've watched someone play it. We'll get it streaming somehow. Not streaming. That's not the word I meant. Captured. We'll capture it so we can stream it somehow. Anyway, that's enough of me talking. I'm gonna go watch Dexter and maybe eat an ice cream cone.